I think
but you're saying
Iran is a real problem.
Iran is a real problem. But you said that you've kind of had it with the offering the way we have it, that the best that can happen for this president is to be challenged. But you're saying the person to do the challenging within his party is Hillary Clinton.
Yes, absolutely. I mean, Doug Schoen and I wrote another piece today, following up the piece we did in the Journal 2 weeks ago, which caused, I must say, more controversy than anything we've ever written.
But you realize this is not going to happen.
It may not happen, but we're making the case.
Why do you keep pushing?
We are pushing this because New Hampshire has a history of write-ins. We believe, as Democrats, that Hillary Clinton is a far better... First of all, she's much stronger than President Obama in the general election. Secondly, she works for the Republicans. She's the most respected person. She could help heal the gap. Our point has been, and it's true, the president can get reelected right now. If you asked me to bet, I'd bet on him. But he will have to tear the country apart to do it, and he won't be able to govern.
But who would challenge him? If the feeling was, let's say you're right, and the feeling was that polls are getting dicey to the point that some Democrats are worried about his reelectability, then what do they do? Now, what they did in 1980 with Jimmy Carter's, they turned ever so briefly to Ted Kennedy. But is there someone like that? I mean, Johnson had to deal with Eugene McCarthy and eventually Bobby Kennedy, and eventually he decided not to run at all. But is there anything like that in the works now?
Well,
I don't see
no
it.
candidate's been running because there's no support. I mean, the institutional lockdown from the White House. But that's why we said New Hampshire. New Hampshire has a history of write-ins. Henry Cabot Lodge defeated Goldwater and Rockefeller in the write-in 1964 while he was ambassador to Saigon. You know, Lyndon Johnson actually was a write-in candidate in '68 against McCarthy, and he just got short of 50. It has a history. We're saying, and it's very easy to do there, independents, Democrats can vote. Let people have a say. This is not just the party leader and the boss saying, no, we're not going to have challenges. If people feel like we do, and by the way, as we cite in the article, there's a lot of support on the Internet. There's a blog that somebody is, a place people can go right now to draft Hillary Clinton, you know, to ask people to do. Is to sign in. We suggest.
But isn't any such disruption within a party, whether it was
Gerald
Ford who had to deal with Ronald Reagan?
I think this president, if he thinks one of the arguments...
But he'll go down to defeat.
Well, not necessarily. I mean, not...
Name me a time where party rivalry has developed where the incumbent hasn't gone down to defeat.
Well, you've had challenges where it hasn't. I mean, if it's a major challenge, it's difficult to do it. But it has been done. I mean, Harry Truman, for God's sakes, everybody was against him in '48, and he wasn't even elected yet. So, I mean, but he survived. The argument we're making is that voters need to have a say. Obama needs to be sent a message. The White House needs to be sent a message. And the Democratic Party, this walking away from, as you know,
Hillary's not going to do it. A top-tier Democrat is going to. So who would?
Well, if in fact enough people said they wanted Hillary and they were unhappy. Look, our argument is simple. You get enough votes, you can change the face of 2012. 1968 didn't start out to be the year it was, and I don't mean just the assassination, but the volatility. I said this morning, look, if you look at the attitudes of the country, how angry people are, how much out of the box they are, how angry the political class, how much Democrats are unhappy with Obama when they get to those issues. This year could be the most volatile political year. Everyone keeps thinking it's in a box, Neil, that 12 years ago we could argue Democrat versus Republican, liberal versus conservative. No, we've got 86% of the people who think the country's rigged. This could be a different election, and people have a right to take it on. And our only argument is it's there. If somebody would put up the resources and a little effort, in New Hampshire, it could help change the face of 2012.
I think you're just stirring the pot, but you're very good at that.
I would never do that.
No. Patrick Cadell, always good seeing you, my friend.
Good to see you.
Very, very
and
much.
Merry Christmas to you.
To you as well. To you as well.
See you in the new year.